as I was trying to say yesterday, please, can I go, please, Luke? Thank you. As I was trying to say yesterday, this is probably one of the more important things we do in this course. I need to make sure this is good. I'm going to start with Chris at the back first. First step is what, please? Yeah, good. Turns to 2x minus 6 equals x. Looking good. Not yet great. Maggie, what do I do next, please?
Negative 6 equals x.
Yeah. If you want to do it that way, put the x's on the right, we'll get the same answer. So negative 6 equals x minus 2x. Again, the reason, and again, if let's say you're saying I didn't do it that way, that's okay. You can still get the right answer. What is x minus? What, yeah, it's perfectly okay to do that. What's x minus 2x? Negative 1x. There's negative x. Negative 6 equals negative x. How do you get x by itself? Natasha, go ahead.
Just take away the negative.
Just take away the negative. Divide by negative 1, take away the negatives. X equals 6, or 6 equals x. Now, if you did it where you left the x's on the left, you hope we still got the same answer. Right? The negative 6 comes to a positive 6 on the right, and then the x on the right is negative on the left, so you get x equals 6. Feeling good about that? Okay? John, you're up. Can you expand some brackets for me, please, for letter B?
Oh, yeah, 8x
Yeah.
minus 12 minus 2x plus 2 equals 5x minus 2.
Oh, John, I got you. Okay, John made one tiny, tiny mistake. Now, I'm not sorry, I shouldn't say that. Somebody made a tiny, tiny mistake. Tori, what happened?
It's supposed to be subtracted of this.
Yes. Now, this is the thing that gets people to this. That's negative 2. Okay. So what happens is here for John and everyone else, like this, you're multiplying the entire thing by negative 2, right? So it's negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 1 is negative 2. Right? So the sign has to carry through. All right, Josh, what should I do now, if anything?
Group them together.
Sounds good to me. So I'm going to do 8x minus 2x minus 12 minus 2 is 5x minus 15. I'm going to call that 6x minus 14 equals 5x minus 15. Things are looking tremendous, in fact. If you didn't do it this way, that's fine. As long as we get the same answer at the end, that's all we need. Tori, using the method at the board, what do I do, please?
So I got 1 on the left and negative 1 on the right.
Okay. So,
So I added that.
yeah, so probably,
Wait, how come 14 doesn't have a negative?
oh, because, well, because we're just looking for numbers, right?
You
8,
don't have things on the same side.
no, not yet. So I still need to put the x's over.
So, negative 14 becomes positive 14, right?
Yeah?
And then 5x.
Yeah, 5x becomes negative. Yeah, that's okay. And again, there's about 10 different ways to get from the top to the bottom, right? And hopefully we'll all still get the same answer, which should hopefully be x equals negative 1. I did my math right. That all lines up for most people?
So that one you don't have to leave the fraction.
That's right.
That one you don't have to leave the fraction.
Well, they can't really do a fraction, right? Like,
Well, I mean like 1 over negative 1.
no, no. You can just leave it that. If you like 1 over negative 1 is just the same as negative 1, right? So that works out. Are we okay on the basic idea for these first two? Okay, there were a few ones from last night. I think we're just I'll give you a second to sink this in. We're okay? I'm going to start with 18 and work my way back. Okay, because 18 was the awesome question from last night. I'm going to say probably 2/3 of you guys got it, which is good. Okay, some people got close, but they made a small, tiny mistake. Okay, I want you to at least give a chance always. What I'm going to do for my homework, I generally put one question at the end that's like a brain buster, and that's when it's more difficult, which you've never seen before. Okay. So here comes 18. All right, Michelle, we're up to you. Can you do the top left bracket for me, please? What does that turn into?
X squared. Take away 12x.
All right, Natasha, can you do the right-hand bracket for me, please?
30 plus x squared plus 8x.
Instead of 3 or an 8. Is that an 8? It's a 3? I think
It's a
okay, so it's 3x, just type either way. Okay. Okay, now this looks frightening, like I'm scared. Okay, I have x squared on both sides of the equation. What should I do here? Because this is looking frightening here. Put all the x's together, works for me. Okay, so I like what you said. When I have an positive x squared to heal, it's actually up to you anyway. That's conveniently where we're at. If I have a positive x squared on the right, what does it turn to on the left? Negative x squared. So we're just going to say x squared minus x squared. Very good. And that's something a little new, but the same rules apply. I have a negative 12x. I have a positive 3 on the right. What does that turn to on the left, please? This positive 3x on the right changes to what on the left? Good. Negative 3x, which equals 30. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, how come it's x minus x? Or x squared minus x squared?
Okay, because what happened? Good question. What happened was we have a positive x squared on the right.
Oh.
We're just moving it across, and wherever we move it across equals signs. Right, excuse me, Alexandra. What is x squared minus x squared? 0. Good. What is negative 12x minus 3x? Negative? Just think they're both negatives, so it's like 12. I got that, okay. That's okay. First final step is?
we have to divide it by negative 15.
Good.
Which makes x equals negative 2.
Awesome. Okay, that is a wicked cool question. Okay, I love that question. Hint, hint, hint. There's a little bit of a trick to it, right? Like, it's not like super bad, but you have to see that the x squared can cancel out, right? That's what made it a little bit more tricky. Yeah, like these ones here, right? Because an x squared minus an x squared is just nothing, right? It's like 1 cat minus 1 cat, which would never happen. Okay, without equal 0 cats, then okay, so there's nothing there. Okay.
What about 10a?
What's that? Yeah, I'll do all. There's a lot more I'm going to do here. Okay, that's just the start check. You didn't have to do 9e? Oh, okay. I thought it was. Was it not? Okay, that's okay. All right, I'll do 10. Which one, Joel? Which one would you have 10? This one matters. And I'm going to just pick one of them if you don't mind. Let's do B. I'm going to do B because there's brackets in it, okay? And B there's brackets. So this is going to do 10B. It's going to be 3 times 2.5D minus 1.1 equals 2 times 5.2 minus 3.3D. Okay, guys, can you please... I would tell your mother that he talks too much while I'm talking. That's what I would tell your mother. Okay. Don't talk while I'm talking. Okay, Matt. This question looks scary because there's decimals, right? What would your first thing you try and do on this case be?
Multiply stuff on the other side of the bracket.
Makes sense. What's you got a calculator there? What's 3 times 2.5?
That's 7.
Yeah. So 7.5D. 3 times negative 1.1. Yeah, negative 3.3. It stays there. 2 times 5.2 is
10.
good. And 2 times negative 3.3 is
6.
yeah, with the negative there, right there. So all he did there was, one sec, Chris. All he did there was he just multiplied everything outside the bracket. Start with that, Chris. Go ahead.
I took it to a different approach. Is it okay if we multiplied it by 10?
Ooh, I like it. Chris hates decimals even more than I hate fractions, okay? So Chris said, I don't like decimals. So he says, if he multiplies everything by 10, all the decimals will be gone. So that changes this to what, Chris? Go ahead.
75D
Yeah.
minus 33
Yeah.
equals 104 minus 6060.
Awesome. Now hold on a sec. You don't have to do this, but I'm just going to write down the board there. Excellent. Good idea. So what he just did was every single number there got multiplied by 10.
Well, so we need to why would we do that?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that he got is The thing is that he thought there is that he didn't want any decimals in his question. Okay. You can still solve it with decimals, okay? But this is one because now you guys can all solve this. Now, I'm going to do the decimal version on for my solution. Actually, when I say me, I mean Austin. He's going to do the decimal version for this, okay? But Chris, we'll get the same answer using this. It's a good intuition thing for that. Okay, we'll get the same answer. Using the decimals here, what's the first step I'm going to use?
You're gonna bring the 6.6D over.
Yeah, what does that turn into?
That'll be 7.5D plus 6.6.
Awesome.
Plus.
Because just watch. We have a negative over here, right? So when a negative comes across, change to a plus.
Okay, so whenever you bring anything over the equal sign,
It changes the signs, yes.
Okay.
It just happened, Joel. Everyone we've done pretty much so far is there a plus on both sides, so they just switch to negative, but it always just switches the sign. So that was a negative over there. It's going to switch to a plus.
Okay.
All right, Maverick. What do I do here to get rid of the negative 3.3? Yeah, so it's going to be negative 10.4 plus 3.3. Is that looking good? If that's looking good? Yeah, go ahead.
Why isn't it negative 3.3 first?
One more time.
Like, why is 10.4 first?
Oh, it could be if you want to. This is already here is 10.4. Like whether it's like 8 plus, like 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2, they mean the same thing. Right? You can do them. You can always add in any order, so it doesn't make a difference there for that. All right, Leah, your turn. 7.5D plus 6.6D is equal to. Calculator time. We're on the paper. Good. And 10.4 plus 3.3 is?
Yeah.
13.7. Okay, cool. Noah, final step is what? Somebody help Luke.
Divide by 1400.
Yeah, it's always with the numbers in front, okay? So divide by 14.1. Did the back of the book have a fraction or a decimal? Decimal they have? Ugh. All right, what's the number then?
1.0.
Sorry? 0.9. What's it, sorry?
1.0. 1.0.
1.0, 0.97, so 1.0. Ugh. Well, it's giving me like 5 decimals. What's the whole entire thing? 0.97. Yeah, I'll just keep on top of that. But you're right, if you round it 1 decimal place. Generally, the way the questions go, and my math, the way I deal with math, is however many decimals are on the question, and that's when you put the answer. I leave it as a fraction, so for me, if you want to leave the answer as 13.7 over 14.1, I'm happy with that. For you, if you want to leave it as 137 over 141, that's better, right? I'm okay with that. Yeah?
So if we did like do it in a fraction order?
Yeah, fraction's better. Like if you left it just D equals 13.7 or 14.1, I'm totally happy. No, question?
If you got rid of the decimals, do you have to divide it by anything?
Yeah. No, at the end, all you would have, and this is what Chris was saying here. He said when he did his, he just left his as D equals, his final answer was this. Okay. If you look at how they're related, 13.7 and 137 just shifted over, 14.1, 141 shifted over. Okay. Normally, people find integers easier to work with than decimals, so you know what. Okay, I'm gonna hit pause in the video because this is getting big. Then we'll move on to the next one, which is 9B and then 5B. Okay, guys, I like how people are volunteering here and helping out here. As I keep